January has been and gone. I have had so much fun playing this save that I have lost track of the fact that I'm meant to be recording videos. We are in April. Yeah, let's get through it. Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to another Football Manager video on the channel, in the saddle, and like I say, I've played through a fair bit, but we have got a lot to talk about. First of all, let's talk about the fact that with just 5 games remaining, we're sat in 10th place. Now we are 10 points off the playoffs, that seems unlikely, but we won't be going down either, 20 points off the bottom sort of 5, so it's comfortably mid-table, which at the start of the season, I would have been super happy with. And for the most part, I am super happy with it. So obviously last episode was the 3-2 against Leicester and then the 1-1 draw with Millwall. Again, that's a game I feel like we could get a victory from, and we didn't, which was disappointing. We did bounce back, a 1-0 win over Luton at home. Reece Williams on the score sheet. Very good. And then we went into January, FA Cup third round, and we were beaten by Brentford. I've changed the squad about a little bit, but not massively, and actually it's a disappointing performance. We were never really in the game. We're out the FA Cup. That's a shame. But then 2 games on the TV and 2 wins too. A home win against Preston, 3-1, Bryn Mulvaney, Hueva and Eddie Brown on the score sheet for the second game in a row, which is interesting. He then scored again against Birmingham, a 2-1 win. And there's a new name for you, Reece Devine. Yes, we've brought him in, a left back. We brought him in from Burnley for about £350,000. He's now worth millions. That's a good start. And as you can see, 11 games, 4 assists and a goal, a player of the match, 7.18 rating so far, average rating. That is the perfect start. Preston was his first game and he got an assist. Birmingham was his second and he got the goal. But we fell to a defeat against Sheffield Wednesday. And again, this is where the disappointment lies. These sort of games, they played 20 minutes with 10 men as well, and we couldn't get into it. We were 2-0 down after 22 minutes. That's disappointing. And these are the sort of games our strikers and attacking players tend to go missing now and again. Against Nottingham Forest, it was the same thing. 3-0 down going into the final 5 minutes. Marvin Jones come off the bench to get a goal, interestingly. But that's 2 games there. We should have done much better. Against the bigger teams, though, we know how to get a result, and Fulham was advantage of that. We were 2-0 up just after half-time. Jacob Bell with the second there, but we couldn't capitalise on these sort of victories. 0-0 against Middlesbrough, I feel like we could have won that game. We didn't. A 1-0 win against Stoke was very good. Bryn Mulvaney on the score sheet. And then a horror month, really, except for one result. And you can see it there. Barnsley, a 3-1 loss away from home. Yeah, that's annoying and disappointing. A 1-1 against Leicester, I was very pleased with. Leicester are going to go up as champions, it looks like. I think they can seal promotion in this game day, actually. And we actually, over the 2 games, have beaten them and drew to them. So that was very good from us. And we went down to 10 men in the end. So that was annoying. Derby got their own back from earlier on in the year. A 2-1 win for them. Again, a late goal from Adam Fern. Frustrating. And the most frustrating of them all, Peterborough. We went 1-0 up, but we let it slip. And an 88th minute winner meant we were defeated. March has been a bad month, but we go into the final 5. Colchester, Cardiff, Sunderland, Reading and Crystal Palace. We'll play Colchester and Cardiff today, and then probably Reading and Palace next episode to round out the season. Let's just see what happens. I've got a new contract till 2027, so I'll be here next year, which is good to see. This is the team today, and a little slight couple of injury issues, which is annoying. Dylan Levitt is out for another 3-4 weeks, so hopefully he'll be back for the end of the season, but he's out today, which is a shame. Paris Magoma misses out today as well. Kiana Hueva is suspended, and Bryn Mulvaney took a knock on international duty, so he won't play either. Also, Dennis Politic, by the way, I've sent him out on loan because, yeah, it's a shame for him that he can't play. So the team itself, Kelleher in goal, Cardoso, Cremiadas and Williams at the back. We're going to give Niall Mason a start on the right wing-back position and then Devine at the left-back position. It is Zambarek and Longstaff, your midfield too, with Shamal Frederick behind a strike force of Bell and Delap. Delap has a lot to like about him, but we haven't seen the best of him this year. maybe today's a day that he says, hang on, don't forget about me. Colchester line up with Brian up front. He used to play for Arsenal, I think. I did look at him, and he's had a pretty good year. 15 in 34 for a side like Colchester. Very good to sign him for only 33k. That's one we've missed out on there. It's a weird one for us because, like I say, we don't really have anything to play for now. But now it's about seeing if some of the players in the sort of squad player positions can make a stake of a claim for next season, because some of them will have to go this year. We are going to have to try and improve on a permanent basis. We've relied on loans the last couple of years and it's done well for us. But I think if we can get some top quality permanent signings, and let's turn this into a project. Now we're at that stage in the career where we can go, right, we've reached the Championship, but to reach the Premier League and to stay in the Premier League, we need to change the actual sort of football club as a whole. We need to start making money. We need to buy players to be able to sell them on for a value. And at the moment, we're not based for that. We need to now do that for a few years. We might spend a couple of years in the Championship, but you never know. That's half time, by the way. Literally nothing happened. You saw me talk all the way through that. When I say I'm far from pleased, let's try and get in this game a little bit. Tactically, I mean, we're not doing a lot is the problem. So let's maybe higher the tempo a little bit and play a little bit more direct. Get at them a bit more. It's all well and good having 70% possession, but if you're doing nothing with it, it means absolutely nothing. Colchester is a type of game that if we were in the playoff hunt, we would have to win. And that's what we've got to aim for next year, to get that 6th place, I think. 2 strikers are doing, well, nothing. Bell's on a 6.3. And actually, early on, let's make that change. We'll get Eddie Brown on. And Shamal Frederick's a problem, but we do have Joel Casey. I think we could slot in there. It's not his favoured position at all, but I think he has the position. He has the abilities anyway to do it. Are we going to get a highlight in this game? I mean, you know what? We've got nothing to lose. Let's go a bit more positive here. Oh, what a game I've picked. What a game I've picked to bring to you on camera. Played through what seemingly thousands. And there's a highlight, the first one, with 10 minutes to go. So that's something. OC22 bringing it forward. Frederick with a great foot in. And actually Brown has released Liam Delap, who's got a lot to do from there. You need some options. That wasn't the option. That was very poor. And it's going to be them coming forward. Hassan Ali, who's been a problem for us. Obviously, Colchester came up with us in League 1, maybe. I think they did, or League 2. I remember playing them and being a bit of a rival. Mason's header is poor. Humphreys to Sims to Brian. I remember Hassan Ali, you see, he's got to score, isn't he? Dreher to Sayer. And Brian's hit the post from very, very close in. He should score, really. And actually, now we're looking to break. Frederick is stopped, though. He's not had a good game. With 8 minutes to go, we're going to get him off. That is going to be half of the issue now with the fact that Dylan Levitt's out. He's not been the player I expected him to be, Shamal Frederick, this year. Nowhere near the player I expected him to be. So that is a problem. Well, that was an exhilarating game. 0-0, and nothing happened really for us. Not good enough. Not good enough. I know we're on a bit of a bad run, and to not lose is good, but I'd like to see some highlights at least try and get into the game. It's a bit disappointing, really. Well, seeing as the game moved so quickly forward, we've moved so quickly forward to the next game because, Jesus Christ, I want to see a highlight or something. This is the team then. Cardiff, by the way, are sort of 15th in the league. Actually, that's surprising considering the team they've got. But that's not bad for us. They're in the hunt with us, really. 5 points off us. So let's stay ahead of Cardiff for the rest of the year, shall we? The team, Kelleher in goal, Cardoso, Cremidas, Williams, Keon, whoever comes back in, Devine, Zambaret, Longstaff keep their place. I'm going to give Joel Casey a start in that sort of behind the striker position because why not? He can't do any worse than Jamal Frederick. Let's give it a go. We do have Jacob Bell, actually, who could come in there. Jacob Bell could come in there. What is Sam Perry doing on the bench? Let's change that. I mean, that's 3 fullbacks on the bench. I don't really have any other... That's going to happen. Let's give Jacob Bell the start in there. Why not? And up front, Eddie Brown and Bryn Mulvaney. Boys, let's try and win a game, shall we? Yeah, let's try and have... Let's get a goal. Let's get one of those goal things. Oh, I didn't check. Is he playing? Let me check. Opposition. Is he playing? For God's sake, he's on the bench. Oliver Batista Meyer. I'd love to sign him, but it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. At what point do we start thinking about getting out of this cautious formation, start trying to attack here is the issue as well. Cardiff have a free kick immediately. I think that's Tahis Chong over it, probably. Well, what's happened there? If the keeper's dropped this, I'm going to be a bit furious. No, he's hit the bar. Fair play. I mean, we aren't reacting though, are we? Let's react. Let's go positive. And we've got a free kick straight away ourselves. It's Bell over it, and Blackman makes a good save, actually. Pretty good free kick from Jacob Bell, who's quietly gone under the radar, actually, Bell. But I actually quite like him as a player. Maybe his stats don't always back him up, and he should get more goals than he has done. But I quite like what he brings to the team. It's why I can slot him in here as a centre attacking midfield more than a striker, and I think he'll do the job very well. We've got a throw in here. It's into Brown. Kiani Hueva. Can we get a goal back earlier on? It's Eddie Brown and Jacob Bell. I mean, that is what I'm talking about right there. He should put that away. He's done so well to get into the position. He's found himself a bit of space on the edge of the 6-yard box, and he's hit the post. Good reaction, though, from conceding. I'm going to demand a little bit more as well. Let's take advantage of them while they're a little bit struggling. It's going to be Kelleher with a goal kick. We'll try and build from the back, maybe. Kiana Hueva, he's impressed me as well. Kiana Hueva, what a ball from Bell that is. Maybe he is a midfielder deep down. Devine going all the way, finding a cross, and Kiana Hueva. I said I wanted to make chances. You can't make better chances than those two we've had. Our season has had some real massive highs in it. A lot of them on camera. The Leicester result is probably the biggest one of the lot. But we are limping towards the end of the season. We're safe, we're up, and I think our head's gone a little bit. I think we're on the beach already because we are limping. March was awful. We haven't started April well. We haven't won in about 6 games. So a loss here would be very, very bad. That was a highlight. I have no idea what that was. Another highlight our way here. It's over the top. Bryn Mulvaney might get there and doesn't put it away. Come on. How many times have we seen Bryn Mulvaney slot the ball away there and he couldn't do it? The corner in will be cleared, and this is Football Manager, so next highlight. Actually, this is continuing, so to prove me wrong, whoever whips the ball in, and Mulvaney that time does score. Well, that was on me. Because they absolutely shut me up with that, didn't they? Wow. It continued, it went to the back, and we restarted it. Kiana Hueva, what a crossing this is, by the way, from the right wing back. And Bryn Mulvaney in a similar position, actually, maybe a little bit further out than the one that he couldn't score. This time, he takes advantage. 1-1 at the Bankses. And you know what? Just what we've deserved. We've played well since the goal. We went positive and we've played well. But here come Cardiff again with a free kick. It's offside. It's offside. The offside flag stopped the swear coming out there. I don't know if you heard that, but it stopped it. Half-time, 1-1. I think we are well and truly in this. I'm going to say keep going out there. We can still win this. If we get the next goal, we will be good. I'm going to say I'm looking for you to make the difference for the rest of them. But boys, there is 3 points available here. Have we got the mettle to go out and get it? Because that's the difference between a mid-table and a playoff team. So show me what you can do here. Not playing badly at all. Zambarek's probably the worst. Zambarek is the worst player on our pitch. Their attack isn't playing well. I wouldn't be surprised if we see Batista Meyer soon enough. Not just yet. I mean, I'm tempted to bring off Jan Zambarek, actually, because he's really not playing well. I'm going to give Tyler Anyango a little bit of a game time there. Why not? He's not playing well at all, which is interesting because he usually is the best player on the pitch. Corner in here. Mulvaney will whip it in straight into the arms of Blackman. I'd need to look at corners, really. That's one of the worst goalkeeping clearances I've ever seen, that. It's wide for Devine, who can come inside to Cardoso. Don't lose it there. What a ball over the top. Bryn Mulvaney's in again, and he's offside. So, well, all right, and 1-1 on the offside goals. There is a winner here. Batista Meyer's on, by the way. I just saw that. It's gone wide for Hueva to Longstaff. Over the top for Mulvaney, who's in every time. And Bryn Mulvaney can't score this time. Bryn. 12 minutes to go. I'm going to get Jacob Bell off. He's on a booking as well. We'll get Joel Casey in behind the strikers. Eddie Brown, not saw a lot from him. I mean, it looks like it's going to be 2 draws unless Cardoso can whip this over the top here. He has to look at the space for Devine and the pace for Devine. That is Devine. That is Devine. Reece Devine with a sensual finish. A sensual touch of a finish. It was like a hand stroking a thigh, that was, as he stroked it into the corner. And he said thied it into the corner. That would have been weird. But look at the finish. Stroked. Oh, beautiful from the left wing back. Walsall 2, Cardiff 1. A good 3 points here and the double over Cardiff. Get in. Casey whips in the free kick, though. It could be... it's in. It's Valentino's Cremiadas with one of the most freakiest, flukiest goals you'll ever see. But you know what? I'll take that. Walsall 3, Cardiff 1. Boom. Joel Casey getting an assist as that as well. I mean, don't ruin the party. I mean, Casey's got in there and cleared it, and he's going to start a counter-attack. Eddie Brown has spun so nicely. He's looking for a pass. He's going all the way on his own, and Eddie Brown really should have passed the ball there. Our defence has played superb. Midfield to a point has as well. It's only been Onyango and Zambarek who haven't. What a good win. Playing positive, though. That's interesting. Very pleased with the result. Round of applause, boys. Back to winning ways, and we've dropped a place to 11th. How has that happened? But we are well and truly entrenched into that midfield of the table. And you know what? That's not too bad at all. We are going to play our next game, which I think is against Sunderland. I'll play it off camera and come back to you maybe for Reading Palace. We'll finish the season off and then have a chat about what we're looking to do next year. I mentioned it earlier about it becoming a project. We'll have a chat about it. And let me know what you think. Longstaff played well. Brilliant. He has played well, actually. Little end of episode check on Matty Longstaff. Yeah, I mean, not as good as last year, but yeah. End of the episode then, and it turned out to be a pretty good one. I was worried when we drew the first game, but to beat Cardiff like that, do the double over the Welsh Dragons, I guess. But to do the double over them, we were like St. George flying in there and slaying those Dragons. And pretty damn good. So we'll finish off the season in the next episode. Make sure you don't miss it. Subscribe to the channel for that and all the content happening at the moment. Of course, it's the Football Manager Network save, Barcelona and Real Madrid. Come on, Barcelona, because that's me. That's who I am. And of course, Total Extreme Wrestling saves, 2 on the go at the moment, including a network save for that as well. So make sure you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out. Until next time, peace.